let's go straight to the download experience. Let's go straight to how to download our how to download the software OBS Studio. Actually, I come across this application on while searching for a good streaming software. So I came across this application or this app, so to speak. So what is the OBS? The OBS Studio application is an open source application that allows you to stream or record your videos and connect it via YouTube. So it's one of the best software I think I've found online. I've searched out online, and there are also so many others that have been used, but I think I particularly like this one because it's free and you can also get it for all of your devices. You can get it on your MacBook. If you're using the MacBook Pro, you can get it in the App Store. You can also get it in the Google Play Store. That's for Windows or computer. So, and that's one of my major reasons for loving this. The major reason for loving this software. Sorry for my English. So now let's get right into installation, downloading and installation. So the first thing to do when you want to make use of the OBS is actually to go to their official website, which is the OBS project, the obsproject.com. Yes, obsproject.com. And here we are. Okay, so here we are. So this is the official website for the OBS. So like I said before, that the OBS is an open source software. It means it is free and open source for video recording and live streaming, and you can download it immediately. It's really not difficult, and we have it for the Windows platform, the MacOS, and the Linux version of it. So whichever system, whichever platform you are going to use the OBS Studio software for, you have to click on any of them. If you're using the Windows, if you're using a computer, a Windows computer, you click on the Windows computer. If you're using the MacOS, you click on this as if you're using the MacBook, and you're using the Linux, then you click on this. Now for this, we'll be using this because my computer is the Mac, so we'll be clicking on this, and when you click on it, immediately you get a notification depending on the setting of your computer. And here we have our software downloaded. It's downloaded, so our software is downloaded, and you click on it. Downloaded, you extract it, and here for the MacBook, what I do is you drag it into the application folder. That after you might have downloaded it and after you might have extracted, the content. So you place it in the application, and automatically it copies. You can see it's here, and we close this, and we go to, because we moved this OBS Studio, we move it to the application folder. So we look at that, the application setting, and we go there, the OBS, and this is our software here. I'm waiting for it to load. Okay, there is this prompt that shows up that says OBS and have downloaded from the internet, and I usually want to open it. Well, usually when you're using the MacBook, whenever you download an app that is not from the App Store directly, there is this prompt that shows, and it's just for security purpose. No, Apple is very conscious about their security and all that. So to give permission, you can actually permit this. For some computer, you have to go to the settings, and there is a particular setting to go, but that will do for another. So you can just check on YouTube and type out how to download an external software application. No, so mine is already, has already been set, so I will just click on open directly, and we have this. We have this, and so there is this prompt: check for update automatically. And should this OBS automatically check for your updates, you can always check for update manually from the OBS menu. Yes, you can actually do it manually. Check automatically, but so I will click on this because there are times you may not just know if there are updates, so it's good you check it automatically, and the system automatically updates itself. Now, so looking at this interface now, we have this, and yeah, so there was supposed to be, okay, so let's set it, because when you just download this, I think there is a particular setting, the setting that has to do with the F, it asks you questions on how do you just want to use the application for, do you want to just use the application for streaming, or just for recording, or for virtual camera. So you can actually choose and set that automatically from the prompt. But here, I think you can do it manually here too. So you can either use it for direct streaming, or you can actually use it for recording, or you can even use it for as a virtual camera. So these have the controls if you want to control. And this studio mode, let's check what it is. Okay, you see that mode, this settings, you see general settings, and the language you want to use. You can also change any language. If you are not English, you can change it to any language of your choice, which is a plus. I think almost all languages are here. And so I'm picking English. You can change the theme. Mine is dark, which is default, but you can decide to change it to whatever thing that you want. And the output, it's asking you, there are so many options there. So there are so many options actually. So you can just choose whichever one that is good for you. Then the sound alignment, snappy, the projectors. Okay, we have the system tray, we have the preview, the importer, the studio mode, and the multi. I think these ones are really not that that's a big deal. So you can change it to whatever setting that you want to change it to. And aside the general setting, we also have the stream setting. We have the output setting, the folder you want to be saved in. So this is the path. You can actually change the path to another. And the recording quality, you can change the quality. If it, you want it to be same as the stream, the video, the streaming video, or you want it to be of higher quality and medium price size, or you want it to be, just an average quality. And the format also, some prefer the MP4, the MKV, TS, and FLV, and all that. So there are so many formats here that you can choose, but I think I will go for the MP4. So I'll change to MP4, and there are other options here that you can actually go with. Then with the audio, you can change for the general audio setting, you can change the sample rate or the channel for the audio rate. So for the video now, yes, so base canvas resolution, and this is the standard resolution actually, or the best, so to speak, is 1920 by 1080, and that's 16 to 19 ratio, aspect ratio, which is the best. But you can also make the 1280 times 720. But depending on your computer, your capacity of your computer, and how what your video or what you're streaming is all about, and how you want it to be. But I think the standard, or what I would recommend, is 1020 by 1080 resolution with canvas, and the output to resolution, I think I'll leave it at the same. I'll leave it at 1280 by 720, because of the capacity of my computer. It depends on how you want it. So you can actually change it to your um, to your preference. You can change it at will. Some can go for the same output resolution. It can be your base resolution can be the same as the output resolution. Yeah. So, but I will be going for the lower, which is 1280. Yeah. So the FPS is actually the FPF is actually called the frames per second, which is the most important frame per second, 60 and 30 FPS. So streams running at 60, they look actually smoother. What they do is that they make your video, like when you're streaming it directly, they make your video much more smoother. Your video is smooth and runs very well. And but if your computer, maybe your computer GPU or your CPU, maybe your processor, your system processor, does not really have extra capacity, does not have much capacity, then it means when you are running at 60 FPS, it means that your computer would have to keep up, would have to do extra work to keep up. Yeah, so it's like 60 FPS is like a high frame rate per second, like frame rate per second. Yeah. So if your GPU or your CPU is not really that large enough, then your computer will have to do some extra work. But on the flip side, then we have the 30 FPS, which is half as demanding. It's not really as demanding as 60 FPS. The 30 is actually also runs smoothly, but not as smooth and not as good as the 60 FPS. So you can actually decide to choose whichever. So let me just go for 30. Let me go for 30. Let me go for 30. So I don't want to overwork my computer, so I'll go for 30 FPS. So we also have other options, the hotkeys, and we also have the advanced setting if you want to do the advanced, you want to change the color formats or the color space and the recording, the file name formatting, you want to change the format for your file, then the delay, stream delay, and automatically connect. No, there's so many options here that we can actually change. So we are done with this, and the next thing is to click on OK. OK. So we actually set. And so the next thing is to start using your system to stream. Just start. So that's the end of today's tutorial on how to install and how to install and how to download and how to install the OBS software. Yeah. So thank you for your time. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you very much.